Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to another day of our awesome Dragon Week. Today we are talking about the emotion sadness. And as promised, I have another one of our wonderful dragon books. This one is called The Sad Dragon, a dragon about grief and loss. Now, something that I think it's important that we all know and remember is that sadness is an okay emotion to feel. In fact, it's a super important emotion to feel because sadness is kind of like a clue that lets us know that something important to us has changed or is different than we kind of maybe wanted it to. We're sad about a change or a loss, and that's okay. And right now, there are a lot of changes and there are a lot of things that it is okay to be sad about and to grieve over. Like spring sports, not being able to play baseball right now, that's a loss. That's a loss that you might be experiencing, and it's okay to be sad about that. Everyone has their own things in their life that they might be sad about and that they might have lost right now. And so when we talk about grief and loss and feeling sad about those things, sometimes it might mean losing someone that we care about, maybe when they grow old and pass away and die, but it also might mean losing your favorite toy or something that brings you comfort, not being able to play a sport you love, not being able to have a fun birthday party right now, whatever it is that you have lost because of this current situation we're in, it's okay to be sad about that. And we're going to learn today about Drew and Diggery-Doo and see what they do to help them with their sadness. Hi, my name is Drew. It's been my joy to share with you many happy stories of my dragon, Diggery-Doo. There were many lessons that he's learned and funny things that he's done. I'll bet he's often made you laugh and brought you lots of fun. Do you recall when Diggery sneezed and set the couch ablaze? It was scary for a little while, but then we laughed for days. Or when he kicked the winning goal and won the soccer game? And when it was his birthday and everybody came. So many stories we have shared, filled with joy and laughter. But not every once upon a time is happily ever after. Sometimes bad things happen and may even make us cry. Some things we do not understand and make us question why. Although this story is very sad, I hope that you will read it. It may not be your favorite, but I think you may need it. It started out when Diggery-Doo was still small. He doesn't talk about it much, for it's painful to recall. Before he came to live with me, someone else had Diggery-Doo, someone who loved him very much, and Diggery loved them too. They are kind and gentle, but sadly, one day they died. Diggery's heart was broken, so he cried and cried and cried. We brought Diggery home with us and gave him time to grieve, for broken hearts needs time to heal and sorrow time to leave. Grief doesn't simply come and go. It tends to stay a while. It robbed Diggery of his joy and it stole away his smile. It can't be true. When his loved one passed away, it was hard for Diggery-Doo. At first, he would deny it and say, "It can't be true." Sometimes we want to shield our hearts when pain is too extreme, so Diggery would pretend that death was just an awful dream. Then Diggery-Doo got angry. He punched his fist into the air. "You did not deserve to die," he declared. "It isn't fair." He even got a little mad at his loved one who passed away. Why did you leave me all alone and make me hurt this way? Then he began to wonder, what if I'm the one to blame? If I'd done something different, would things still be the same? He wished that he could turn back time to make the good times last. Just give me one more chance, he cried, and I will change the past. There seemed nothing I could do to help my dragon friend. I was sad for Diggory-Doo. It seemed his sorrow had no end. His dragon wings began to droop. He'd lost his will to fly. His shiny scales dropped one by one. His tears refused to dry. He didn't want to play with me or the other girls and boys. He didn't even want to play with his favorite dragon toys. I asked him if he'd like to go to the pool or zoo or park, but he preferred to stay at home crying in the dark. Unlike other feelings, grief is hard to understand. I said, Diggory-Doo, I'm here for you, to lend a helping hand. When it comes to grieving loss, there is no right way. In fact, the ways we deal with grief may change from day to day. I'm actually going to kind of stop our book a little bit before the very end. It continues to talk about kind of the different things that Diggory starts to understand about the death of his loved one. But I want to stop there because I really want to focus on this thought that Drew said, that grief is kind of hard to understand because it looks different in all of us. Our sadness that we feel about change and loss in our life might look different for you, and it might look different from your parents or your siblings or your neighbor or me. We all feel our feelings in a different way, and we show our feelings in a different way. So it's really important that when you are sad about not being in school right now, or sad about not being able to visit your family or your friends, remember that it's okay to be sad and that those feelings right now are really normal and that those feelings are going to change day to day. One day you might be feeling pretty okay about things, and the next day you might be feeling much more sad. That's normal. That's okay. What's important for you is to find people in your world that you can talk to right now. Maybe that's a parent, a guardian, a sibling, or maybe calling on the phone or a video conference with someone that can help you understand your own sadness and help you think about the things that you might be losing right now, whether that's school or sports or parties or other fun things, and think about how we can process and grieve those sad things, because it's okay to be sad about the loss of those things, and it's important that we talk about them. Please remember that you can email me, smarsh@murrayschools.org, or sign up on the Sign Up Genius to schedule a time to talk with me if you have sad feelings that you would like to talk about. All right, I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.